The killer whale, also known as the orca or Sinus orca, is one of the most remarkable and widely recognized marine animals on Earth. Its history stretches from ancient evolutionary roots to its place in modern human culture, science, and conservation. Despite its name, the killer whale is not a whale, but the largest member of the dolphin family, Delphinidae. With their striking black and white coloration, strong social bonds, and remarkable intelligence, orcas have fascinated and sometimes frightened humans for centuries. Understanding their history means exploring their biological origins, their relationships with human societies, their role in myth, and their modern challenges. The evolutionary story of the orca begins millions of years ago. Orcas are part of the toothed whales, or odontocetes, a group that includes dolphins, porpoises, and sperm whales. Their lineage diverged around 11 million years ago during the Miocene epoch. Fossil records, such as Orcinus setoniensis discovered in Italy, show that ancient orcas were much smaller than today's giants. These early forms evolved into the modern Orcinus orca, a highly specialized predator built for speed, endurance, and hunting efficiency. Over evolutionary time, their teeth, bodies, and brains adapted to make them one of the most successful apex predators in the ocean. Today, orcas are found in every ocean, from the polar seas to the tropics, making them one of the most widely distributed mammals on Earth. Their success lies in their adaptability and diversity. Scientists have identified ecotypes, distinct populations that differ in diet, appearance, and behavior. For example, resident orcas in the Pacific Northwest feed primarily on salmon, while transient or Biggs orcas specialize in hunting marine mammals such as seals, dolphins, and even whales. Offshore orcas roam in large groups and may feed on sharks, while in Antarctic waters, different orca types have evolved to hunt penguins, fish, or seals, sometimes using dramatic cooperative strategies to break ice floes. Each ecotype has its own culture, vocalizations, and learned behaviors passed down through generations. Long before scientific classification, humans had their own interpretations of these striking creatures. Indigenous peoples across the world incorporated orcas into mythology, stories, and traditions. In the Pacific Northwest, orcas were revered by the Haida, Tlingit, and Kwakwaka'wakw peoples as protectors of the sea and symbols of strength and unity. To them, orcas were often associated with human spirits, and some believe that drowned humans were transformed into orcas. In New Zealand, the Maori considered orcas sacred guardians, while the Inuit in the Arctic recognized them as intelligent hunters sharing the same seas as humans. European sailors, however, often viewed orcas through a lens of fear. Early names, such as demon whale or whale killer, reflected the awe inspired by seeing orcas attack other whales. Over time, the term shifted to killer whale, cementing their reputation as ruthless hunters in Western imagination. During the age of exploration and whaling between the 15th and 19th centuries, sailors encountered orcas frequently. Because they did not provide large amounts of oil like sperm whales, orcas were not a primary target for whaling fleets. However, in certain regions, a unique cooperation developed between humans and orcas. One of the most famous examples occurred in Twofold Bay, Australia, where orcas worked alongside whalers. These orcas would herd baleen whales into the bay, allowing whalers to harpoon them. In return, the orcas were rewarded with the choicest parts of the whale carcass, such as the tongue and lips. This remarkable partnership, known as the law of tonguing, persisted for decades and left a lasting cultural legacy in the region. The 20th century brought a turning point in human-orca relations. In the early 1960s, orcas were first captured alive from marine parks and aquariums. Before this, much about orcas remained a mystery, and they were even considered dangerous to humans. When captured orcas were displayed, people quickly realized how intelligent, trainable, and charismatic they were. Facilities like SeaWorld built entire entertainment empires around orcas, and these animals became beloved icons of marine parks worldwide. Yet captivity also revealed the darker side of human interaction with orcas. Life in tanks proved stressful, leading to shorter lifespans, abnormal behaviors, and in some cases, aggression. The death of trainers, most notably the 2010 incident involving Tilikum at SeaWorld Orlando, shocked the public and ignited debates over the ethics of captivity. The release of the documentary Blackfish in 2013 further galvanized public opinion against keeping orcas in marine parks. As a result, SeaWorld and other facilities faced declining attendance. And in 2016, SeaWorld announced it would end its orca breeding program and phase out theatrical shows. As captivity waned, scientific research into wild populations grew. Orcas have proven to be among the most socially and cognitively complex animals on Earth. They live in stable family groups, often led by a matriarch, and bonds can last a lifetime. Communication is sophisticated, with pods using unique dialects and calls. These vocalizations are so distinct that researchers can identify pods by their sound alone. Evidence of culture among orcas is strong, with hunting techniques, foraging traditions, and even play behaviors passed down across generations. For example, some populations use waves to wash seals off ice floes, while others beach themselves temporarily to snatch prey on shorelines. These strategies are learned, not instinctual, highlighting the cultural richness of orca societies. Despite their wide distribution, many populations face serious conservation challenges. Some groups, like the southern resident orcas of the Pacific Northwest, are critically endangered, with fewer than 80 individuals remaining. Their decline is linked to the depletion of Chinook salmon, their primary food source, as well as noise pollution, vessel traffic, and chemical contamination in the water. Other populations face threats from entanglement in fishing gear, oil spills, and climate change, which alters prey distribution and sea ice patterns. Orcas at the top of the food chain also accumulate high levels of pollutants, such as PCBs, which can impair reproduction and immune systems. Orcas have also left an indelible mark on popular culture. From documentaries to novels, films, and even sports mascots, their image is used to symbolize power, mystery, and wild beauty. Movies like Free Willy helped popularize conservation awareness, while documentaries like Blackfish sparked ethical debates. In modern times, the orca has become not only a symbol of the ocean's majesty, but also a reminder of the responsibilities humans have toward the environment. The history of the killer whale is ultimately a story of transformation, from fear monster to revered cultural figure, from exploited performer to protected species. Over millions of years, they evolved into apex predators of the sea, and over centuries, they entered human stories as both demons and guardians. In the modern world, they serve as a mirror reflecting humanity's evolving attitudes toward nature. Whether in myth, science, or conservation, the killer whale continues to inspire awe and respect.